Hello, and welcome to another Read With Me session. I'm yours truly, Isabel, and I'm here to read with you a brand new book for the month of November. Welcome to November to remember. Super excited. And what I'm really excited about is this particular book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Not only are we reading it for the BIC, Billionaire Inner Circle, and every single day we're putting a video on personal and financial freedom. But I've actually heard this book on Audible like 3 times in my life, right? Because it's always like a great go-to book whenever you're like wanting to increase momentum, whenever you need a reminder of how powerful you are, and that it, in those moments when you're like putting in so much effort, so much work, so much consistency, and you're like not seeing any results, well, pick up this book right quick, and then you will get to see the amazing transgression of like what 1 day versus 10 days versus 30 days versus 60 days versus 90 days versus 180 days, and how the compound effect really works, not only in business, not only in finances, not only in life, but how you as a person, you've been perfectly designed to manifest, to create, to develop, to nurture that inner well within you, to flow into so many different opportunities, so many bigger opportunities, if you focus on your decision on a daily basis, if you focus on the true decisions on a daily basis. And that's a huge if, right? So I want to actually read the warning label for this book. Warning: these chapters, the headings in these chapters, they look very simple. Success strategies are no longer a secret, but most people ignore them. You think you are ready, and you think you already know the secret to success, but so does everyone else. The 6 strategies within this book, when applied in sequence, will launch your income, your life, your success like nothing before. And by the way, 25 years plus as the central curator of the success media industry, Darren Hardy, this guy, he has seen it all. Nothing works like the power of the compound effect. Simple actions done right over time. And this is it. This is the real deal on what it takes to achieve massive success in your life. Whatever your dream, desire, goal in life, the plan to achieve it all is found in this book that you're holding it. Read on and let it rock your world. I'm really pumped about this book, not because I've read it or heard it in the past, is because this is a book that you read with not only yourself, but this is a book that is really good to read with your team. So if you are currently a business owner and you want to develop your team, help them grow, do you see them as leaders in your organization? Do you expect growth from them in your organization? Well, this is a great book for that. I also want to take this particular Read With Me session to read both the special message from Tony Robbins in this book, but then also a note about the 10th anniversary, because this particular book is the 10th anniversary deal here. So make sure to, if you are reading the 10th anniversary book, then awesome, we're reading the same book. So let's start with the special message from Tony Robbins, shall we? Are you satisfied with your life right now, the way it is right now? Or are you flipping through this book because you're looking for some sort of transformation? My guess is that you picked up the compound effect because at least one area in your life you're currently dissatisfied with right now. And believe it or not, that dissatisfaction is a good thing. It means that you're looking for answers, that you are ready to grow. Most people think change and personal growth is difficult, but I believe achieving your dreams and goals doesn't have to be complicated or stressful. Success It's simple. This book, The Compound Effect, is based on a principle that I've known my entire life and training. It's your decisions shape your destiny. Little everyday decisions will either take you to the life you desire or to the disaster by default. In fact, it's the littlest decisions that shape our lives, from what we eat to where we work to the people we spend your time with to how we spend your day. Every choice shapes how you live today, but more importantly, how you will live the rest of your life. You see, success isn't about doing 5,000 different things well. It's success is about doing the right things well 5,000 times over. And that's what Darren Hardy distills for you here. The key principles necessary for success and how to make them part of your everyday life. That's how you create long-term success. When you're choosing someone to help guide you through a period of transformation to help you achieve the life that you want, don't just listen to what that person says, watch what they do. Because what people say is one thing, but what they do reveals the truth about them. And that's something I respect about Darren. He walks his talk. What he shares here is based on what has worked in his life and in mine. Darren and I both made the decision to take control of our lives at an early stage. We sought out answers from people who were living the kind of life that we wanted, and then we applied what we learned. It's not really all that surprising that we each claim Jim Rohn as a mentor. Jim was a master at helping people understand the truths, the laws that lead to the real success. And Jim taught us that achievement is a science. Sure, everyone is different, but the laws of success always apply. You reap what you sow. You can't get out of life what you're not willing to put into it. And if you want more love, give more love. And if you want greater success, help others achieve more. And when you study and master the science of achievement, you will find the success you desire. Darren Hardy is living proof of this philosophy. He walks the talk. What he shares in his book is based on what has worked in his life and mine as well. This is a guy who took simple but profound fundamentals of what it takes to be successful and used them to earn more than $1 million a year by 24 and build a company to more than $50 million by the age of 27. Darren's life has been a personal laboratory of study and research on this topic of success. He's used himself as a guinea pig, testing thousands of different ideas, resources, and tools. And through his failings and his triumphs, he's figured out which ideas and strategies have merit and which ones are just plain BS. For more than 25 years, I've crossed paths with Darren, who is a leader in the personal development industry and has worked closely with hundreds of top writers, speakers, and thought leaders. He has trained tens of thousands of entrepreneurs, advised many large companies, and personally mentored thousands of top CEOs and high performance achievers, extracting from them what really matters and what really works and what doesn't. In his role as television executive producer, publisher of Success magazine, Darren has sat at the center of the personal development industry. He's interviewed top leaders from Richard Branson to General Colin Powell to Serena Williams on a multitude of success topics, and he has drilled down to the best ideas, compiling them all, even a few of mine as well. He is an all-consuming, sorting, filtering, digesting, and analyzing, summarizing, categorizing, itemizing, personal achievement encyclopedia of information. He has culled the clutter and focus on the core fundamentals that matter, fundamentals that you can immediately implement to your life to produce measurable and sustainable results. The compound effect is an operator's manual that teaches you how to own the system, how to control it, how to master it, and shape it to your needs and desires. And once you do so, there's nothing you can obtain or achieve. And as I said earlier in my life and training, I've employed a key concept at the heart of the compound effect. Your own decisions shape your destiny. The future is what you make of it. The choices you make, even small everyday decisions, will take you to the life you long for or to regrettable results. It's those little decisions that set your life's course. Stray off course by just 2 millimeters, and your trajectory changes. What seems like a tiny inconsequential decision then can become a mammoth miscalculation from now. From what you eat to where you work to the people you spend your time with to how you spend your afternoon, every choice has shaped how you live your today, but most importantly, how you live the rest of your life. But the good news is change is within you. It's the same way a 2 millimeter miscalculation can send you veeringly wildly off your life's course. A mere 2 millimeter readjustment can also bring you back home. The trick is finding the plan, the guide, the map that shows you where the home is and how you get there, how you stay on path. My challenge to you is to stop living in a reactive mode. Choose today to take control of your life and make decisions that shape the destiny you desire. And if you want to grow, which I hope you want to, take advantage of the tools of this book so you can use it as a guide to create the life and success that you want. And remember, success is simple. Do the right things and keep doing them day in and day out. And I know you will experience the best life has to offer. This book is that detailed, tangible plan of action. So let it shape up your expectations, eliminate your assumptions, ignite your curiosity, and bring value to your life starting right now. Take advantage of this tool, use it as a guide to create the life and the success that you want. And if you do this, and if you do all the other right things, keep doing them day in and day out. And I know you will experience the best life has to offer. Live with passion. And that was that message, that special message from Tony Robbins. Here's a little note about the 10th anniversary, what you can expect from this book. 1 decade ago, to put a book into the world called The Compound Effect. I was the publisher of Success Magazine at the time, and this book was my editorial positioning statement. The truth about success needed to be restored, and the process of earning it needed to be told to you straight. Little did I know that this book would go on to become so much more than just another title in the self-help section of bookstores and libraries. The Compound Effect would become the manifesto of a worldwide movement uniting high achievers in their fierce commitment to become better every day. Hashtag better every day. More meaningful than landing on the New York Times bestseller list and selling more than 1 million copies globally has been learning about that thousands of people who purchased a copy of the book or many copies to pass on to someone who could benefit from its message. That created a viral effect I could never have imagined or planned for. I have often wondered, what is it about the compound effect that has inspired people to spread its message to others? And I believe it's because the principles are timeless and actually speak directly, simply, and clearly to anyone, regardless of the current status, industry, race, or even politics. It's who desires to become their best self. When 10 years ago, 50 years ago, or 50, whether it's 10 years or 50 years from now, the ideas inside this book will resonate with those who, as we call it, choose to be the exception. No matter how much the world around us changes each year, the human condition and our inner growth journey will remain very much the same. And I believe that the compound effect, including the new and improved updates that you'll find in this edition, is needed even more today than it was 10 years ago. We are becoming ever more bombarded with the manipulations and sensational news media deluged by social media distractions and bamboozled by self-appointed gurus and their quick fix gimmicks. But the fundamentals of success never change. As my mentor Jim Rohn would say, be suspicious of the guy who says he is manufacturing antiques. Let me repeat that quote for you. Be suspicious of the guy who says he is manufacturing tech antiques, manufacturing tech antiques. And if you are new to the compound effect, my hope is that this becomes the definitive turning point in your life, as it has been for so many, and the events that you look back on later and say, after I read the compound effect, my life has never been the same. And just look at my income, my success in my life right now. You will have earned the proud grin you wear as you say it, because you will have done the work the hard work of igniting the compound effect into your life. And that ignition lies in the pages ahead. And I want you to know that you are no longer alone in your journey for greater success. You now have me by your side, as well as a like-minded community of global achievers supporting each other in their never-ending commitment to becoming better every day. And then he's like, with love and respect, Darren. By the way, P.S., you can join the Better Everyday movement at darrendaily.com. Each workday, you will be receiving a specially created video package with one big idea delivered in under 5 minutes to you, to give you a success advantage that day. And then day by day, 260 days a year, these small little improvements compound into massive transformations and significant success. So you can enroll free at darrendaily.com if you want to get access to those big daily ideas. And we are currently now in the introduction of this book. Okay, very quickly going to run through it so we can get into the magic of the compound effect and get into chapter 1. Super, super excited. I freaking love that he got Tony Robbins to do a special message in this book that's really powerful. Now, let's get into the introduction, shall we? Okay. This book is about success and what it really takes to earn it. It's a time someone told you to is straight. You've been bamboozled for way too long. There is absolutely no magic bullet, no secret formula, and absolutely no quick fixes to success. You don't make $200,000 a year by spending 2 hours a day on the internet, lose 30 pounds in a week with a Hollywood diet, rub 20 years off your face with a cream, and then fix your love life with a pill, or even find lasting success with a get-rich-quick scheme. It would be great if you could buy your success, fame, self-esteem, good relationships, health, and wealth being in a nicely clamshelled package at the local Walmart. But that's not how it works. We are constantly bombarded with increasingly sensational claims to get rich, get fit, get younger, get sexier, all overnight, with little effort for only 3 easy payments of $39.95. These repetitive marketing messages have distorted our sense of what it really takes to succeed. We've lost sight of the simple but profound fundamentals of what it takes to be successful, and I'm tired of it. I won't sit back and watch these reckless messages derail people any longer. And I wrote this book to take you back to the basics. I'm going to help you get clear and declutter. Also, bring focus to the core success fundamentals that matter. You can immediately implement the exercises and time-tested success principles within this book to produce measurable and sustainable results in your life. I will teach you to harness the power of the compound effect, the operating system that has always been running your life for better or for worse, and use the system to your advantage, and you can truly revolutionize your life. You have heard you can achieve anything you set your mind to, right? Well, only if you know how. The compound effect is the operator's manual to teach you how to master the system. And when you do so, there is nothing you can't obtain or achieve. How do I know that the compound effect is the only process that you need for ultimate success? Well, first, I have applied these principles to my own life. And although I hate when authors beat their chest and about their fame and their fortune, well, it's important that you know that I speak from personal experience. I'm offering you living proof, not regurgitated theory. And as Tony Robbins mentioned, I've enjoyed significant success in my businesses because I've made it a point to live by the principles you'll read in this book. And for the past 40 years, I've been intensively studying success and human achievement, and I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars testing thousands of ideas, resources, and philosophies. My personal experience has proven no matter what you learn or which strategy you employ, success comes as a result of the operating system of the compound effect. Second, for more than 25 years, I have been the central curator of the success media industry. I've worked with almost every respected thought leader, acclaimed speaker, and best-selling author that you can think of. As an advisor to CEOs and high-performance achievers, I've trained and mentored tens of thousands of business leaders. From all of these case studies, I have extracted what works and what doesn't. Third, as executive producer of 3 success-focused television networks and as a publisher of Success Magazine, my job was to vet, curate, and distill the ideas, resources, and profiles of the most successful people in the world to determine who to feature on our television shows or inside the pages of our magazine. So each month, I interviewed a half a dozen top experts on a multitude of success topics and drilled down to their best ideas. All day, every day, I comb through an ocean of personal and business achievement ideas, information, and strategies. And here's my point. When you have such an exhaustive view of this industry and wisdom gained through studying the teachings and the best practices of some of the world's most successful people, an amazing clarity emerges. The underlying fundamental truth becomes crystal clear. Having seen it, read it, and heard most of it, I can no longer be fooled by the latest gambit or self-proclaimed prophet with the newest scientific breakthrough. Nobody can sell me on the gimmicks. I have way too many reference points, and I've gone down too many roads and learned the truth the hard way. What this book is all about, with all the unnecessary noise, fat, and fluff removed, is what actually matters. It's what actually really works. Here's what it is. It's half a dozen basics, when focused on and mastered, constitute the operating system that can help you to achieve any goal you desire and live the life you were meant to live. This book contains those half dozen fundamentals comprising of the operating system called the compound effect. And before we dig in, I have one warning. Earning success is hard. The process is laborious, tedious, and sometimes even boring. Becoming wealthy, influential, and world-class in your field is slow and arduous. Don't get me wrong, you'll see results in your life almost immediately from following these steps. But if you have an aversion to work, discipline, and commitment, you're welcome to turn the TV back on and put your hope in the next infomercial or webinar instead. The one touting promises of overnight successes if you have access to a major credit card. The bottom line is that you already know what you need to succeed. You don't need to learn anything more. If all we needed was more information, everyone with an internet connection would live in a mansion, have abs of steel, and be blissfully happy. You do not need new information. You need a new plan of action. It is time to create new behaviors and habits oriented away from sabotage and towards success. It's that simple. Throughout this book, I mentioned a couple of the resources that I've made available on the compoundeffect.com/resources. Please go there, use them. This book and the tools that I provided offer the best of everything I've heard, seen, studied, and tested, and all in one life-changing book. It's that simple. It really, really, really is that simple. So let's get started. Beautiful. That is the beginning of this amazing book, The Compound Effect. So just as a summary, we read the special message from Tony Robbins. We read the note on what this 10th anniversary edition will hold, and also the quick introduction of what we can expect from this book. I'm super excited to get into it. We are going to get into chapter number 1 of The Compound Effect in the next video. I'm excited to start this new book with you. It's a perfect size book to carry with you whenever you're traveling as well. So beautiful, beautiful way to design it. Excited for this book. I don't know if you can tell, but I really am. I'll talk to you soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day and see you later. Bye.